Okay, so today what I'm doing is this is going to be the first in a series where I try to get myself from Bronze to Challenger. I am fairly new to League of Legends, so I don't actually know what I'm doing, as you may find really, really obvious very soon. This is me. I am Dipsy, and I am going to try and do 2 self-tutorials every single week. I will do 1 victory and 1 loss, and I will see how I did do well in some games, how I didn't do well in others, what was good that I did and what wasn't good, and what I should improve on. Hopefully if I keep doing this, I should be able to climb. The idea is, if you did this with a tutor or something like that, you would only ever be able to get as good as them. After that, you would then just not be doing much. So if I do it myself and I eventually get to like Challenger or something, I can hopefully just keep climbing, because I can just keep doing this. But let's just focus on getting Silver first. At the moment, I probably should have stayed around, if you look at the minimap, where that bush is in River. Because they still could have been coming. Could have stayed there a few more seconds just before red buff got here. Given them a really good leash, we might have needed to leave earlier. I can't remember if we catch these minions. If I'll try and need to make sure of what time it is I need to leave there. I think we catch these. That should actually be okay. So this is a really strange game. This is of course Bronze. We are against a Zed and Karma. So Karma, high folk lane, Zed is actually going to be a decent amount of poke just now. My ADC is getting poked out really hard. Karma goes for a wee bit too much, so just punish, just a flash. I think that was a good punish. She pushed up way too far to try and get some poke in. Just went for it. Hook, I probably should have moved into this sort of area first, tried to get one from here, but if I'd moved round a wee bit, we wouldn't have been able to sidestep behind minions, because he knew immediately as soon as I threw it, just run behind minions. Whereas if I'd moved to the side, he couldn't have moved this way, like, because he was standing like here and he immediately knew he just couldn't move that way. Whereas if instead of being here, I'd moved to like there and thrown it, that way it would have been very difficult for him to sit behind minions. Right, so I went and warded, which is pretty good for me. I know I should do that more. I might have wanted to do it more. No, I would say that was a decent time for warding, because we're pushed up now and we've got vision for it. So I think that was a good time for me to ward. Just now I'm not really doing much, I'm just standing at the back, like I'm exerting no pressure by being there. Like I'm sufficient on health, so yeah, just stay outside of the Karma. Shield's gone, so you're free to just help. Decent hook. Yeah, should have left that. Was the last auto. Could have got my ADC more ahead if I hadn't autoed. Like in my head, the ADC wasn't gonna get it, but I did know they had flash up, so of course they should have got it. So I didn't see that in my head, the flash going through. So if I just wait and then see. Yeah, and this I think I've got flash as well, so in that situation, if the ADC doesn't flash, and they're able to get away, I can then flash for it, so that the ADC gets an assist, but I knew the ADC, I should have known the ADC could have flashed for that. Yeah, Karma tries to stop me backing here, the ADC's not backed either. We do have to heal for this, but it's just a free kill because she agreed. That was actually really risky. I should have actually backed off slightly further to the back. I didn't know they had that warded. I suppose that's just them greeting. That's not me doing anything particularly special. Yeah, so at the moment Zed's just getting free lane time. I'm taking quite a while to buy. What am I buying? Right, so I have got myself Control Ward. I still got the standard pots, I think, and an upgrade for Relic. That's what I kind of like to buy. Get a Ruby Crystal. That's good because it goes into Sightstone, but I don't think even if I sold both my pots, the Control Ward and the Biscuit, I still don't think I would have had enough for Sightstone, so that's a good buy. Maybe another Control Ward instead of like selling a Biscuit and stuff, but I think that's an okay set because I can't afford. Yeah, see here, I should have instead of. Oh, I was gonna say instead of autoing the first time I should have hooked, but hooking the second was okay. If I took slightly earlier, it would have taken minion damage as opposed to one of my autos, and then I could have autoed after I'd hooked. Warding just now, good time for warding, we're just about to push up. Keeping vision means it can't get ganked, we know our jungler's here anyway, so we're fairly okay just to do some tower damage since Zed's backed off. One of the things is I'm going to point out, I've started Targon's, a Relic Shield, which I'm not actually sure, you should have seen that coming inside Depta, which I'm not actually sure if I'm meant to start on Thresh. I've seen a lot of people, they start Coin, I think it's called Coin, where it like bounces on the floor. So if I started Coin on Thresh, that might be more advantageous. I think Shield Battery's more useful, but it's awkward to get CS, so I'm not sure if I'm putting myself too far behind. That was a bit risky staying in that bush. He didn't have any minions, and the ADC couldn't help. So if they'd been faster to react, I would have taken a fuck ton of damage. But sorry, a lot of damage. Let's try and stay slightly more family friendly or something like that. I'm sure nobody actually cares, but yeah. We know Fizz is here, but Fizz is trying to stay in where it's control warded. Did I just ping it was Vision? Yeah, we had Vision. We had Vision there. Oh, we don't, however, know Ari's there. We don't have Vision. Lots of people just come down, we get an Ignite and a Flash. I die for it. How could I have improved their soul? Didn't die. Right, so that ward's just ran out. And we have Vision, we have Scuttle Vision. So see here, what could I do? Do we see? We actually see the plant get knocked off, so we know he's there. And I think I catch Ari on Vision. I'll see if I can team my blue team. Right, so I'll see if I actually catch Ari and see if I'm just really slow. Well, actually, I'm at map awareness. Kind of looking. We know Ari's mid at the moment. We see her disappear, so that should be a warning sign. We see her caught by a ward moving down. Fizz even pings it. Yeah, we see the plant going here. We don't catch Ari here, so we're not sure whether she's backed or whether she's moving down. But Fizz signals he's going back to lane. He doesn't see Ari. And then she appears here. So what we should have done was, since we knew Yi was about here, and Ari just went missing there, they both had to be in this area of river here. So for us to stay there was risky. We might have got a free bit of extra poke, but it's not worth the risk of there being two people here, and that happens. Yeah, now I'm just gonna watch as my ADC gets abused with no mana. They don't die, which is actually really nice. Oh, then, as I'm saying that, I should remember this. Yeah, just his ult's up. I was pretty sure he was going to immediately try and jump us as soon as he hit 6. Did happen, except I wasn't there to help with it. Trying to defend tower, but that's pretty low and there's 3 of them. It's risky staying. At this point, tower's too low. I don't think I'm going to save it. I should probably back off because there's 3 of them and they can just like auto the tower now. Yeah, that was an okay time to back off because they really would have had to overextend to chase me. Yeah, we know it's an infernal, so that's going to be up. I don't know what wards I have. At this point, I have a control ward, that's it. So, at that point, I could walk up round this way, and I should place a control there. So that way we at least know they've won a fight here, and an Infernal's up. They should be doing Infernal. They're not, but at least that way I could have walked, instead of going just sitting around doing nothing, I could have went round back here. From there, put control in, we would have seen if they're doing it, and then Fizz could have came down to help. Luckily they weren't doing it, but they could have been. I think. I'm pretty sure they could have done that. Too slow on the hook. See if I'd thrown the hook a few seconds earlier. Even a few seconds, like a tiny bit earlier. Like, see here. Right, he's in front of minions. Just throw it before the minions get there. You need to throw it before, or there's no point throwing it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing over there. I'm immediately going to get caught by Karma because of the corner. Unless I'm sticking a ward down, which I wasn't because there's not any vision there. Yeah, Karma tries to get this, so just clear the ward before Zen gets there. It's quite important. Zen I think is backing anyway. I can't remember if he stays, but it's at least useful to know they can see Zen. They get drag, you should have had that control on earlier. The control's in that bush, which is nice, but that was intended to get Zen out, but I guess if he came this way. Yeah, there's not much of a point of having that, he can't be slowed. I don't know why I exhaust either. This is the point I'm confident we could turn this, so I do tell my ADC that. We're in voice, Karma goes off, we just kill Yi. Instead, that might not be the case, but yeah, we just get both of them. I wasn't actually paying enough attention to realise the Riven got here. I don't know when the Riven gets here. Right, so Riven's walking to lane. Something I should be paying attention for, because she does really help turns. Yeah, I'm hoping he walks into the cage. He gets damage if he walks in, but I don't know if the wood putting the cage up was worth it. He walks in, our heal comes through, and I hit both the flay and the hook, which is decent. I was meant to be watching for Riven, but she just comes through. She TP, where does she come from? That was what I was watching for. Oh yeah, she TPs to minions and then walks around that way, okay. Yeah, that was a really free kill. We probably should have gave that to Riven, because she had to always TP for it. Would have gave her a decent hand against Jogath. The ADC does get 2 kills, so that really doesn't bother me much, as long as it's not me getting them. As the support, that's totally fine. Like, Riven does now have to walk all the way up the top, lose tower damage, lose a decent amount of minions, so giving it to Riven would have been better. But I don't think that's something I would have changed. My ADC just went for it, so that's fine. That'll help us win lane, but it will put Riven behind. Like at the moment, what's Riven? Riven's 042, so giving her a kill could have actually helped her sustain against Cho'Gath. She's okay for CS, can't really do anything here. Need to wait for the EDC. I think I'm actually doing that. Okay, hit it at probably a bit early. ADC's not here, so I don't get any follow-up damage on my hook. Like, if I'd waited until the ADC was slightly further into lane, that would have been okay. I don't know if I would have hit it if I waited. So see if I wait too early. Right, so what way is Zed going? He's behind minions. I'm not going to hit a hook here. That minion dies, so I can hit a hook. Range is about here. Yeah, he probably would have stepped forward. I might have missed the hook, but it's better than getting the hook and I take all this free damage. If he was better, I could have potentially died. That's a lot of free damage for nothing. If I just waited until the ADC gets slightly further, even if I miss the hook, it's better. We know Fizz is this side, but Ahri's there. I should be more aware. And I am, I've actually noticed, okay. Yeah, he's getting out, okay, you don't need the lantern, it's totally fine. If they'd started collapsing on him, then just throw a lantern over that wall, I think, and then at least gives them an out. See if you wait until after. So when he ults, good use of the shield, that does save ADC, but what I should have done is I should have waited and timed it like you do with Zhonya's with a hook, so that when he comes out of his ult, I should be able to instantly hit the hook. I time it wrong and get like really panicky. What I should have done though was there. That disables the wards anyway. Instead of hitting like the first ward, I should have just came down and helped the ADC was fighting. Yeah, if I just immediately, instead of hitting like the first ward that was here, had went down, could have potentially helped before Zed ulted. You're just getting them back to lane. I don't know if I should have backed as well. Is there a way to tell me how much gold I have at the moment? Not actually sure. But I choose not to back. I'm okay health and mana wise. You probably should have went for the flay earlier. I should have went for the flay earlier. If I'd went for the flay earlier, he would have been able to do less damage, and then I could have got the hook, whilst he was still lower on health and trying to do stuff. ADC would have got the kill. I didn't pay attention for Ahri, but I think we should have seen her coming down. I don't know where she comes from. So if we look, where does Ahri come from? Is this the right time? There we go, we see her. We know she's there. We keep fighting Zed. She just kills the ADC. I think I might actually have Face the Mountain still up, which I should have used if I do. Yeah, I do. So you could have potentially saved the ADC from her burst. They might have still died, but you would have got a lot more return damage in Ahri. And once we saw Ahri, we should have stopped fighting Zed. Potentially to actually try and I hook Zed here. But if instead of hooking Zed, I turn and try and hit Ahri. So even though I've flayed Zed, that'll mess up his combo a lot. Our ADC should, because I think we're up a decent amount. Yeah, the ADC should be able to deal with Zed alone. So see here when he comes forward, flay him. It's fine, I should actually flay him the other way, and then I should hook. Instead of flaying him into the ADC, I should actually try and flay them away, so that she gets a wee bit extra time to react. Not react necessarily, but at least get a couple more autos in, more feathers, and then, so he's flayed this direction, instead of being here, and then I hook up and catch Ahri would be better. So instead of having me randomly flaying and then killing Zed, if instead of doing that I just hook Ahri, that would help a lot more. Because Ahri's actually scary. Yeah, so instead of hooking him, I should have just flayed him away instead of flaying him into them and then hook diagonally up. because there's no way Ari's coming in, so this hook either stops her from coming in, so that she can't actually hurt the ADC until hopefully the ADC should have killed Zed, and then yeah, that should be much better if I flay Zed away and then get the hook on Ari, because I need to prioritize Ari because she's so much more fed than Zed. We see Karma, not much, but we know she's there. ADC's going top just now. Where did I go? Right, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Is this a good call to go up? Yes, I just go back to base, buy, and then go up top. Is going up top a good call? Not necessarily. Zin's really risky taking Cho'Gath here. And Cho'Gath's already backed off. I don't see why he would stay around. I would stay around for Riven, but if they're staying, it's worth me going in, but I probably shouldn't because it kind of forces her to stay, and she's now going to have to stay just because I'm here. She could die because of it. Because I went up, she had to stay, he had to stay, and I had to flash. If I'd just not done that, would have been fine. You have faced the mountain up. You saw the tick damage on him. So what I should have done was, as soon as I saw, oh, he's low, he's got tick damage, he's going to die, I'd faced the mountain. That would have saved him. Like, I sacrificed vision for Face the Mountain here. If I'm doing that, I need to make sure I'm using Face the Mountain. There's no point having that shield if when somebody's going to die and they need to re-shield. I don't use it. Immediately somebody's low, use the shield. Like, they're going to die, use it. Right, so we know it's Ari and Cho'Gath. This is okay, I think we're just wave clearing to save the tower. The entire time we went top, they have just pushed bot and they got a turret out of it. So we're not going to get anything in return, so I shouldn't have went up here top initially. Because it kind of forced, like, if I not went top, Riven could have just backed, Xin Zhao probably could have held turret against Cho'Gath. We get some turret damage, but it's definitely not worth because he just TP's in, and then he's going to run at Xayah as soon as he gets here. Ideally, if they'd taken that, that would have helped, but this is where it gets pretty dodgy, because, yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't die here, but I still could. If Cho'Gath tanks, he has so much time to kill me. Rift Herald comes down, just leave, that turret's gone. I guess I stay because there's a TP. Don't necessarily want to hook Cho'Gath. Takes turret aggro, but I really want to get Yi here. If it's not Yi, it's not worth. Because Cho'Gath's too tanky for either of us to kill right now, especially from full health. That's just... You get Yi, that's it, that helps. You were too slow on the auto. That would have possibly taken a kill, but it was still, like, just see here. I should have just thrown a lantern before they go in. Yeah, and if I'm potentially faster with that auto, that would have killed him before. I don't know if that's just off cooldown or off cooldown, right after the Flays animation, or whether I'm just really slow. Because if I play auto, I think it's good I get him, but yeah, I'm just too slow autoing. He gets his heal up and he gets the from the masteries he gets health from Triumph. So if I'm just faster doing the auto, I see he's going to be really weak. I think I might just be trying not to take it from Riven, but should have just thrown a lantern at Riven and ran. Well, do I have a lantern? That's a fair call. Yeah, you have lantern up. Right, you see them coming. It's like, nope, just back off. Throw it here. You're way ahead of Riven. Yeah, so see when I was further away, Riven might have gone in, throw the lantern so that she has a way out. and if she is there, she's got a shield. As it is, I think I use it afterwards or something, or I don't use it at all. If I don't use Lantern, then she could have had a shield, which would have potentially saved her while we killed her. And I should use it proactively to get her out. So here. Instead, I have to wait and hook. If I use the Lantern as I thought she should have ran, then the Lantern would have, one, got her a kill, and two, if she chose not to, she would have at least gotten out and neither of us would have died. Right, so, see just now, what do I buy? Like, I think I just go straight for Locket. Think that's okay considering they've got REZ. If I'm getting that, I do kind of need to stick with ADC though, because that's who they're prioritising. ADC's going down, that's scary for them going just now, because they're alone next to Z. But I think they're more fed than Z, so they should actually be okay to duel them. Yeah, we don't get any CC on them here. I think I can die on Mobies. If I get Mobies, yeah. I don't have Mobies, so I'm not gonna catch. So, as we're chasing here, I should probably just tell everybody to stop, or at least danger ping or something, so we don't chase. Like, that wasn't behind them. Karma's got so much speed boosts that immediately she can get them out. There's no way we're gonna catch. So, unless I get a hook to engage, or Zin knocked up Zed, we should have backed off. I don't think the ulti was useful, but I can't stop them. At that point I feel like I didn't do anything too wrong. Instead of, or what I could have done was, instead of having the ADC come through jungle, if they'd let me come through jungle, I potentially could have landed a hook before. Potentially I could have sidestepped that, but you've got shield battery, it's not too bad that you can't sidestep. Okay, ADC gets knocked up, you don't want to be on that side of the wall. You really want to stay like here, or I'm pointing with my finger here, or around that way. If I go around this side, you're just really isolated. They could have capitalized on that. That was potentially a risky hook. I shouldn't have thrown that, because that could have stole it. It didn't, but it could have. Good play, and I would have had hook up for that if I hadn't hooked over. Yeah, Fizz hits a good shark, that's really nice. Shield. Okay, not needed. Yeah, Cho'Gath's really, I'm going for Cho'Gath here, it's a really stupid idea. Like, I know he's tanky, and he's actually quite ahead. When should I use my shields? So I initially predicted him to knock up, but he's already slowed, so he can't catch us. So okay, Fizz goes in, and I lock it there. That was an okay time to lock it. Actually, it was what I meant to do. I was thinking that would save from the feast. It clearly does not, but it was I think it was the best time to lock it. Unless I could have locked it during the fight. If I'd locked it during the fight, that would have stopped MD from being low too, feasted. Yeah, that was risky. Don't do that. Because now, that's on cooldown. So even though I get a good play, I can't hook afterwards, or I can't hook Ari, because I was just trying to get an assist. So what do we see here? Cho'Gath gets a knockup. Yeah, I saw that the knockup was going to hit them, or I should have actually done it. just before most of that hit. Yeah, so see, as Cho'Gath gets that knock up, that is when I probably should have locked it, because that's when the most damage is going to come through. So, Cho'Gath gets, you see it on the floor, it hits, lock it. Like, that was silly of Zen. Trying to lock up was an okay idea, but I should have locked it during the fight, nobody would have been weak. That's a good call. If that karma thing hadn't hit me, or it actually hit the ADC, they would have died. Shield was a good call. Game potentially could have saved it in the fight. Right, so let's see. Is there any way I could have saved them? What do I have up? Do I have Lantern? I have Lantern. See it? I'm not sure Lantern drops in that time. The shield probably would have saved, but I don't know how long it takes to drop, because he throws it and then it hits the floor. I don't think that would have saved. I would have just, maybe just a caution ping, or like tell them, voice, just careful, back further. That's dodgy. Okay, Fizz hits a shark, so we go in on it. Yeah, there's a lot of minions, so not hooking would have been a better idea, because you basically try and force the hook, you kill them, make sure it's much harder. That was actually, in how I'd messed up, taking the kill was okay. That was, I don't know, did I take that? No, Fizz got it, but I'm gonna go back a wee bit and show how I messed up during that. So here, what I'm doing is trying to clear minions, that's fair enough. Fizz hits an amazing shark, right? Except you know there's a lot of minions in there, and you're not wanting to hook Cho'Gath. So what you should do here is, instead of basically kill Cannon, instead of killing Cannon here, I should actually fire it up towards Karma or Ari. Like, ideally I want to hit Ari. She's the Fed member. Like, Cho'Gath's more Fed, but you can't hook him. So tanky, so see here, basically instead of trying to hook Cho'Gath, even though he's weak, trying to hook Ari would have been better. You try and shield Riven, but Riven's got enough dashes. Shouldn't have taken that. Should have just given. If I get shields up, if I've got shields up, then I shouldn't have taken that. I don't, but I still probably shouldn't have. I should have actually waited. Riven would have got out and then thrown the lantern at Xin, so that Xin could have killed her. So see here, I think the conclusion of this fight was just don't try and hook the Cho'Gath, especially since I know there's minions there. It's throw the throw the hook up that way instead. Like, she might dodge it, but it's worth getting her off everyday than trying to hook a super tank. See here, I don't have anything. Maybe flaying first would have been better. If I flay then hook, so that he gets a little bit less damage, but I don't know if flay's off cooldown yet. Right, so flay's not on cooldown, just flay first. If he's in range, flay away from the ADC, then hook. Ari gets a good Q there. That hits, I'm trying to help there, that's fairly normal. ADC's alone, those two are weak enough that it's worth going for flay. It's in range, if I'd flayed then hooked, they would have had some more time to react, time to auto, time to do more. But that fight went okay. I didn't do the right stuff or like the godly plays during that, but it wasn't the right thing to do in all the points. Made sure to get my locket and face the mountain off, really important, kept 2 people up. Right, so see just now, we won the fight. What we could have actually done was, they had 4 down. If I'd pinged Baron, we potentially could have Baroned. I think Riven has TP, so Riven could have backed. Xin was fairly low, but we had me, Revan, Zen, and Fizz. We could have just went and done Baron. That would have been really important. If we just went and pinged, like we're pinging it now, but that's too late. They're all alive, we need to win the fight. Again, I think I've just messed up my timings. So, I'm gonna see him all, and when I see him all, I need to wait, then flay hook. Wait for throw the hook, miss. Yep. Okay, I think I actually started the play before he ults, so he actually played that pretty well, but you know, he's behind. Okay, I reacted quicker than I expected. I do tell him to come back. Hit it. Good job. Leave. Okay, right, I think there I tried to leave it for the ADC, but I wasn't paying attention. The ADC had actually died. So is there any way I could have saved the ADC? Right, they missed the charm. See here. Get the hook. Do I have any shields? Because I could have. Right, I'll watch that back, except this time I'm going to see if Lantern's up. If Lantern's up, what I should do is I should hook him through the Lantern over the wall. He goes back. Lantern's up. Catch the hook, throw the Lantern there, gives us a shield, pulls it over. I'm pointing at screen. God damn it, I am so bad at this. So what I should have done was, whilst I was hooking him here, and I was here, thrown the Lantern there, would have got the ADC a shield, pulled them over, one auto, and then we could have potentially got away from Ari. Yeah, that was here. There's Zed. You completely mess up. See if you walk around, instead of throwing it here, if you walk around there and throw it through the minions, more likely to hit as well. But here the important part is, he moves back, throw the Lantern and move that way. Just literally throw the Lantern there at that point, because you need to catch him and move around. You hit it, but the EDC's not there because you don't throw the Lantern. Yeah, if I'd just thrown the Lantern here, or here, at like any point, that would have just pulled the ADC in, free kill. Zin's there, you could have clicked that, but that probably should have been unkilled in anyway. I think that's okay hooking him there. Going forward on it is risky. Maybe just walking forward and flaying him away would have helped more. Right, you see Shark go off, it misses. Right, okay, don't do anything. Risky staying. Yeah, I could have potentially hooked earlier and tried to go for Karma. Like, Riven goes for Karma, but my hook's off cooldown, I could have just went for her before she does, like, see here. Instead of me positioning here to try and clear minions or something, which is normally an okay idea. Instead of me positioning around this area, if I position around here and then try and hook over there instead, because minions are here so I know I'm not going to get a hook, if I sit under these two towers I can still auto from there, except I could have thrown the hook at Karma, as opposed to Riven going for it. Yeah, they just die, I flash, but I'm still going to die. Everybody just dies, and then I think we just lose it from there. Like, that's going to be the end of the game. Yeah, I think as soon as Riven went in, I need to throw a Lantern at her. They give her a danger ping, throw a Lantern, yeah, there. You missed the hook, you throw a Lantern, just run away and throw it. Like, because going in is just throwing, so run away and throw the Lantern so you don't throw the game. Because when Riven went in and I decided to throw the hook as well, that basically forced the whole team into going. Sorry for Discord noises. But basically, yeah, that forced the whole team into a fight, which we didn't have any CC in because I missed the hook. So just throwing the Lantern, getting Riven out, she's full health, she can sit under base. Sit in base, sit and get health from Fountain, and then we can engage whenever I get a hook on a good target. me choosing to follow up after the Riven was a bad idea, for just not. Yeah, I knew I wasn't. The hook was out of range, so like, and if I hook Cho'Gath, that's completely pointless. Uh, in terms of overall, words placed, I don't think we had too much vision. I don't think the vision was too bad, but I don't think we had enough control over Drake most of the time. Like, although they didn't take all of them when they should have, we didn't have much control over it, which was kind of my job. Um, so I should have taken more control over Drake. That would have kind of helped us with just forcing objectives. There was a couple times where we could have tried to Baron her, or we could have tried to push an objective just because we want to fight, but we didn't. So we didn't get anything. We're gold down. They start pushing us and snowballing. Couple of bad plays with throwing the hook at the wrong people, throwing the lanterns at the wrong time. I'm not playing proactively, I'm trying to play reactively, which isn't helping. I'm a bit slow. If I play proactively and try and, like, when I was up here, throw the lantern at Riven before she dies, that would have helped her. See there, tried to get Riven the kill and not Zaya. Here, the important bit was I should have gone for Ari. See, as soon as I saw Ari was more fed, like, always just go for Ari should have been my. If I think I can hit Ari, hit Ari. Yeah, that I think will conclude my how I'm doing for this. Hopefully other games will go not too bad, and we'll see how I do in the game I play well, and then I'll compare things that I do in that I could have improved on, so we could have snowballed harder, and we'll see how that goes as well.